God, that was so good. Welcome to the Overheard podcast, recorded live in Banff. My name is Daniel Rudel. With me always is my co-host.
We got Matty Rage in the house.
Matty Rage, what is good? Our guest this week, Globe Trotter to joke dropper. We got Cam Jones with us today. Thanks for coming, Cam. What's going on?
Let's go.
Hi, guys. Thanks for letting me sit on your couch.
It's all good, man. Thanks for sitting on my couch.
Absolutely.
There's been a lot of bums on this couch, and I like it.
Yeah, actually, in that particular spot, there's been now 58 different bums in the last year.
And a couple half bums, because when we had two guests,
That's
you'd
right.
have two
Yeah,
bums
so there
at
was
once.
more bums because we've had multiples. We've had like a 4-top in here. 5-top? I think we had 5 at one point.
Yeah,
Five
we
people,
did.
5
On this
people on
couch?
one?
Wow.
Well, I had to chill in the chair, but
It's not anymore. So a little bit about Cam, if it's your first time joining us. Cam runs a summer business between April and October. We'll get to that in a little bit. Has spent the 3 previous winters traveling the world, traveling to over 41 countries. Last winter, decided to start a comedy business doing comedy shows for senior homes.
let's go.
Golden Giggles Club. We'll get to a little bit of that in a little bit. Great
awesome.
name. Also offers positions in his summertime business to other comedians to help them kind of get by, because we all know stand-up comedy
Doesn't
Pay
bills.
well,
Right?
It's kind of
I mean-
it's kind of like doing anything that you really like to do at the beginning. I guess
for sure.
doesn't really pay at the start.
But anyways, we'll get to all this in a little bit. How's the week been for you guys?
Mine's been all right. I don't know what I did. It was just I've had a busy couple weeks. I did a little bit of DJing, a
Yeah.
little bit of practicing,
Sick.
a little bit of VR,
Nice.
watch a few movies, watch Talladega Nights because it's been like
Classic.
15 years. So yeah, had a little date night there in VR, watch some Talladega Nights.
Hell
Shake
yeah.
and bake. What about you, Cam? How's your week?
I've been waiting for many weeks to be on the podcast, actually. That's what I've been doing. Just waiting. Thanks, guys. Ever since the first episode, I've been waiting. So I finally got the call, and Dad was like, "You want to be on the podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah." I've been
stoked.
waiting since episode 1. And then,
on, guys.
yeah, I told my brother, and he's like, "They must be running out of guests to have you on the podcast." I'm like, "Oh no." Anyways, yeah, life's good.
Nice.
Dan, how was yours? Riding?
Yeah, I've been snowboarding a little bit. We had a sneaky pow day a couple days ago.
Oh yeah, right.
It was
Yeah, that
pretty awesome.
that was
Good
wild.
little April pow, 15 centis up at Sunshine.
15 centis.
What else have I been doing? Not a
Working?
whole lot. Working.
You worked the whole week, didn't you?
I worked the whole week. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to Ottawa next week.
I got a
so
2-day weekend this weekend. It was awesome.
Sick.
It's 2 day long, sir.
2 day long.
Like you normally have like shorter weekends.
Well, I've been working a few 6-day weeks.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Putting
this
in,
guy's
putting,
been.
that, putting that work, man. Just helping out all over the place.
What do you do for money, sir?
I work with Dan at the restaurant. I'm a cook.
Are you at Park still?
No, man. I'm at the Grizzly
it
House
is.
now.
Oh,
bro,
shit, I
the
haven't-
place to be.
Hi everyone. I haven't seen Dan in a long time. We're gonna catch up now.
Absolutely. If it is your first time joining us, I forgot to mention earlier that about 70% of our guests, when we look at our viewers, especially when we look through the YouTube stuff, aren't subscribed. So if it's your first time joining us, or you're a fan of Cam's joining us, hit the subscribe button. Do us
No
a
doubt.
favor. And if you're our fans joining us, and it's your first time seeing Cam, go give him a follow at cam.era.jones and at Golden Giggles Club, just how it's spelt, for some hilarious content and all the dates and shit like that. So great stuff. Cam, we just spoke about it. We go way back, man. When did you live in Banff?
2014 to 2017.
Nice.
When I was a young man, I was 21 until I was 24.
Crazy,
shit.
man.
I'm now 32, unfortunately.
Dude, that seems like yesterday. Crazy
Dude,
how time's
I'm
gone.
hitting the old big 4-0 this year, boys.
That's insane.
It was like in a month. Oh, that's the week we got that week off the podcast. Yeah,
Gonna send it.
I'm gonna come back looking so old. I'm gonna be all gray. I'm gonna have to get like some fucking, what are they called? The sandals.
A walker.
A walker. I'm gonna have to get some white New Balance and then go out and get them all grassed up and like start grilling more. You know.
For sure. What are some other dad activities that you'd have to take up when you turn
Cam,
40?
what do you get?
Like you said, Grill Master.
Grill
Do you
Master.
have any kids that you know about, sir?
Not that I know about. It very well could be
Yeah?
at this point in my life. No one has contacted me as of yet. So
But you like to hang out with ladies, like that's your thing.
yeah,
or-
yeah, yeah,
Cool,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I like ladies too.
Dan,
Yeah, of course. I mean, one in particular, my beautiful partner, Natalie. We'll talk a little bit about her later. Cam, where are you from originally?
I always tell people when I travel that they're like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Edmonton, unfortunately. And they're like, yeah. It's kind of, I used to get chirped a lot for being from Edmonton.
Oh, yeah?
It depends where you are, really.
Yeah, like when I lived
guess.
in Banff, like a lot of people are from Ontario that live in Banff, and they're just like, "Oh, Edmonton, like that sucks." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Where'd you go in
I've-
Edmonton?" And they're
I've
like,
said it, but I've been there a few times. I mean,
they always just go to the mall, and they're like judging a city by a mall. It's like kind of rough.
It's kind of
right?
not
Like,
fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
went there once and never again.
you just said twice, sir.
Well, no, to the mall.
Oh,
I went to the mall once and it was so full of chads that I was like, dude,
Yeah.
that's a lot of Affliction t-shirts.
for sure. A lot
Yeah.
of punching guys that want to punch you, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
That's, yeah.
I don't go to the mall to get knocked
UFC
out.
shirts on, like,
Yeah.
just like
Let's go. Is that the vibe?
No, the
Yeah.
vibe, yeah. It's UFC shirts and like
at least it used to
Osiris
be.
D3s. Like
Dude, I don't even know where you could buy those still.
you can still get them.
Yeah?
Oh yeah,
Like-
they still make D3s, man. They came back. It's like the fat pants now. You got fat pants now. You gotta have fat shoes.
True.
style's changing though.
It's
you know?
wild, eh?
Like the flare out pants and like baggy, like it's like 90s style.
We talked about it
Um,
on pod. Sorry to cut you off there.
No,
Cam.
it's all right. It's all right.
Chicks dress like dudes now.
Yeah.
Which is
And
insane.
dudes dress like chicks. Like,
Pretty much, yeah. Like,
We're flip. It's the great flip flop. It's the magnetic poles are reversing.
yeah, it's cool. Like anyone
Yeah.
watching, I respect you for being non-binary or anything you are, but it's different. Like,
So what did you guys do for work when you were here? You guys said you worked together.
I worked with his brother Chris.
Oh, okay.
So we worked
Okay.
together at Tony Roma's. Like everyone
that's
I know in
everyone's
Banff
first
worked at
goal.
Tony Roma's. It was crazy.
Is it still there?
No, it's gone.
It's
No?
called
Yeah.
What is it?
It's
now?
brazen now.
Brazen. That's right.
I've
That's
not
right.
been.
So where were you when you were living here?
Like working?
Yeah.
Oh man, all over. Like I started at what do you call it? Ricky's All Day Grill.
Oh, yeah.
I
Nice.
started as a dishwasher, and they're like, "You talk too much. You need to be on the floor." That's what happened. And then
Nice.
I was like bartender, server. I kind of bounced all over the place. Like, I was there.
Nice.
I worked at Eddie Burger for like a few months.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Cricket. You were a nice boss.
Let's go.
Um,
Big shout out.
Yeah.
Big shout out.
Yeah, where else? Like Norquay. I worked at Pacini's like when it opened up.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was one of the first people to like
Oh, cool.
open it up, which is fun. It's fun to
Yeah.
like, when you go to a restaurant, everyone like there's like a hierarchy where it's like this server's been here 5 years, like you're new.
Oh,
like,
God.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's like
for
it was
sure.
nice that we're all like on the same level. Like, yeah, just restaurant jobs, unfortunately.
Wow.
But it was good.
Kind
Good
of
money.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the main
It's
industry
part of
of
the
Banff.
course here, man. It's like you're either in a restaurant or you're in a hotel, right? So that's kind of it. But how did you get from that to comedy?
A lot of hoops, sir.
A lot of hoops.
Well, wasn't there an instance at a hockey game that you kind of like went viral for?
Oh, like a football game.
Football game.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember.
We wore like I took, it wasn't even my friends, I took like my employees at the time, and I was like, boys, like we're doing a work trip, like I'm like, don't ask questions, I'm buying the tickets. And then I was like, we roll up to the game, like we went and did like their tailgating before.
Yeah.
And then
okay.
I was like, here are some paper bags. Like, what are these? I'm like, we're going in. And then we wore paper bags for the whole game.
The whole game.
Yeah, because like that game was like a record for like most losses for any North American professional sports team.
Oh, wow.
And we got lit up like 27-0.
Jesus Christ.
And it was, yeah. So, so we wore those, and then like CTV wanted to interview me after, and I was on TSN.
Oh, yeah?
There was like it was
Big
like,
time.
yeah,
That's
it was
sick.
It was like my 5 seconds of fame, other than being on the Overheard podcast.
Yeah. Yeah,
Seriously,
I definitely
though.
wanted to bring that up because I remember turning on TSN and being like, shit. And then talking to your brother and be like, yeah, man, like
That's
bro's going
that's
viral
it.
right now. It's pretty awesome.
That's
Yeah.
fucking wild. So what, you just cut a hole in it so you could drink beer or what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
And eyeballs so we could see the
Nice.
game, but yeah, I didn't want to be overly weird of just a mouthful. Like I'm sure in Edmonton, a lot of guys would be like, "Hey, what up?" Like,
Didn't want to be overly
Yeah.
subjective with it, you know?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I wanted to see the game. We paid $20 to see the game
Hilarious.
per ticket.
How much were the bags?
25 cents. Safeway. You know the Safeway big bags?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's one good thing about the paper bags is we can use them for that.
We have access to cheap face and head coverings.
Yeah.
Based on whatever you want
If you
to
ever
use
need a
them
hat,
for.
if you ever need a hat, man, you just roll it up. It's
That's
like
it.
a toque. Hello.
I like plastic bags, so. Is that a bad thing to say? Like, I was just in Tennessee and like double up plastic bags. Like,
Oh, I miss it.
Yeah. I just feel like we can recycle other things, but like, can we have plastic bags and straws? Like,
The straws is a big thing. Like, there's no way you're going to be able to make a paper straw as
No.
good of quality as a plastic
I saw
straw.
a good one though. They're like, why don't we just use only the jumbo straws from 7-Eleven so that they're too big to get stuck in a turtle's nose?
I mean,
jumbos?
Yeah, like the big, like the Slurpee straws, like the fat ones. Like
imagine how much
only
drinks
do
you'd
those.
sell too.
Like only do those. Oh yeah, dude, you hit a bump with one of those, you'd be on the floor. You'd be cooked, dude.
What do you mean by bump, sir?
Oh, nothing.
Just kidding.
Speaking of bumps, why did you leave Banff in the first place? What caused you to go
Honestly,
back to Edmonton?
I don't know if he's watching the podcast. Kevin Mellon was moving to Australia, and he was like, "You need to leave Banff." He's like, "You'll never leave Banff if you don't leave now." And I'm like,
Fair.
And like, I don't know. I felt like I'd always wanted to go to Australia, and so I went. Yeah, I lived in Australia for a year,
Sick.
Which was a cool experience. Like Dave Dixon would always tell me, he's like, Australia is amazing. The only thing wrong with Australia is it's filled with Australians. Like, but like, that's not a nice thing to say, Dave, if you're watching.
Yeah, Dave.
Australians are really nice people and they're friends of the podcast. I love Australians.
We had one on last week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Our bonds to Australia run deep for sure. Living in this town.
Oh God, yeah.
Absolutely.
I think anybody in this town could go to Australia and just like crash at somebody's house at this point.
for sure.
Like big time.
7 degrees.
7 degrees of separation.
Big
Yes, sir.
time.
Okay.
So when did you start doing stand up? Was it before the stunt with the bags, or was it after?
It was after. I'm kind of a rookie when it comes to comedy. I've
Oh,
only
yeah.
been doing it for like about a year now.
Sick.
Yeah, like I'm a late bloomer. But do you know who Rodney Dangerfield is?
Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, like the comedian.
Yeah,
He didn't make it till he was 42. So I'm like, I'm 32. I got 10 years. It takes about 10 years to get good. I got 10.
Well, even in comedy, a lot of people say like you kind of have to live your life before you get funny. Like it takes a lot to come out of the gate as a 20-year-old being funny with no life experience. Like
that's a good
You
point.
kind of have
I
to
ne-
go
yeah, I
through
never
some
thought of it.
experiences, and that's how you come up with comedy is drawing from your own personal experience of what you think is funny, right?
Right.
You mentioned Dangerfield. Who are some of your inspirations when it comes to comedy?
It's a good question. A local comic from Edmonton. His name is Danny Martinello. Really funny guy. If you guys have a chance, check him out. He actually made it on Kill Tony.
Sick.
Nice.
When I was in Nashville, I tried to get onto the Kill Tony. They did like a big,
Like a roll call, yeah.
yeah. So like it was a massive line. There's probably like 400 people in this lineup.
Insane.
Wow.
And like they give 10 spots out. So like a normal open mic is like I go to open mic and like some mics are like show up, go up. Where like even if I show up, I might be 25th to go up, but I'm gonna get stage time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then there's some where it's like, okay, we have a set show, but we're gonna do 2 draw spots, and there's like 10 comedians that are trying to get 2 draw spots.
Yeah.
So like 400 comedians trying to get 10 spots is low odds.
Yeah. Big time.
But it was a sick experience. Like it was like in the Bridgestone Arena, which is like
Oh,
home to the
sick.
Nashville Predators.
That's cool. That'd be awesome.
And it was like it would have been so sick to go up. Like there was like 15,000 people watching. Like
Jeez.
Well, I mean,
I had a chance. Like,
I think a stadium comedy show is pretty rare. It takes a big name, I think, for a stadium comedy
sure.
show, right? Like,
one of the judges was Kid Rock. If you
Oh,
guys
okay.
know who
That
is,
would have
like,
been fucking sick.
Yeah, he was weird. He was just smoking a cigar, not really talking, but I like his music. Anyone, you guys like Kid Rock music?
I learned ball with the ba on guitar in like whatever year that song came out. It was on Big Shiny Tunes 3, and I was already playing guitar. I'm like, my name is Kid. It's the
That's
easiest
so
riff
good.
ever, but
this just reminds me of something I think I sent to one of my buddies, and it was a meme, and it was Kid Rock. It was Kid Rock beside Donald Trump, and then it was a scene from like Idiocracy with like Terry Crews, and it was like it has finally come true. It was pretty hilarious. I can't
Oh
find
my
it.
God.
But,
That's so good.
Well, Cam,
Pretty awesome
how would you describe your style of comedy, or would you say you have one?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I like put on a persona kind of where I'm just like, oh, like thanks for letting me on your stage. Like no one really lets me on their stage. Is anyone else here for the open mic? Like that kind of vibe.
Just
And,
like the awkward, nervous kid.
yeah.
Okay.
And then I
okay.
create like people say I create like a good awkward energy, and then all of a sudden I'm saying like some wild stuff.
for sure.
They're like not expecting it. Yeah, it's funny. Thanks.
Well, it's definitely funny. That's why I wanted to have you on for sure. Like you're always a funny guy when we hung out back in the day.
Was the podcast even on when you said that I wasn't funny before and now I'm funny? Was that on or was that before?
Oh, and Dan was like, "Man, you're funnier than last time I
For
saw
sure.
you, dude. You got
For
funnier,
sure.
dude."
Yeah. So like,
So you're working. He's at least he's working on it, Dan. Cut that
Well,
guy some slack,
absolutely.
man.
I mean, I thought that was a nice compliment.
does anyone know the real Dan? Or
Oh my God.
I'm
Oh,
just kidding.
the real Dan,
I think more and more
Danny
through the show
Rage?
people are.
the old Danny Rage back in the days.
No, I don't think so. Danny Rage and alcoholic, maybe, but
Yeah, I hear
Were
it.
you actually?
oh, big time.
Yeah?
Yeah. There was
100%.
there was years where I drank every single day, like
Yeah?
morning till night.
Like, what was your like? Did you like beer, like hard alcohol, like you have a
Mostly
go-to?
hard alcohol. Yeah, I
shit.
wasn't a beer guy. I would wake up with a bottle of whiskey beside the bed most days.
Can't
I
do the
would
hard
say.
alcohols, man. They're
Yeah.
just like they get me fucking way too wild. Like if I drink a bottle of whiskey, like
rowdy.
I'm fucking going off. If I have like a bunch of beers, I'm like, I'm hungry. I need a pizza and bed, pretty much.
For sure.
It
Yeah.
was always like
tired.
a waking up hungover, and I've been like, this is the easiest way to not be hungover. you
Well,
know?
yeah, that makes sense.
And then eventually you just like
What do they call that? Hair of the dog?
Hair of the dog.
yeah, but when
that's
it's like
always fun.
3 years deep, then it's like
3 years of the dog.
Yeah,
The year of the dog.
is pretty ragged after a couple of years.
God.
Was that like an everyday thing, sir?
Oh yeah, big time.
Every day.
Yeah,
Like
every day.
you wouldn't go a single day.
Not a single day. If it was like, as I was too sick to do anything else.
When was this, Mr. Dunn?
Like over 5 years ago, maybe 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Long
Oh, shit.
time ago. Yeah,
Wow.
And how long you been sober for?
5 years.
Nice.
It'll be 6 in July.
That's pretty wild considering like COVID, right? It's like I think a lot of
Nuts.
people like got on the sauce harder like during COVID. So
Yeah.
the fact you get in was like cool.
no.
I guess there's no bars to go to, so
There was a period of COVID where I was sending it, and it was like right after COVID ended, I think, or on one of the breaks. Because there was a time during COVID where I was definitely partying. I think it was
Yeah,
right
I can't,
after COVID.
can't believe that was that long ago now. It's wild.
yeah,
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
crazy.
it happens.
half a decade.
So this Golden Giggle Girls or Golden Giggles Club.
Cool, they giggle girls. I mean, there are girls there, and they are giggling. Like,
I can't say golden without saying girls, man. It's just too good.
maybe that's my way of like what do you call it?
Big
like,
ups, Betty White.
group, yeah, like groupies. Like maybe I can get like start another group of like the Golden Giggle girls that are like fans of the Golden Giggle Club. It's all the like senior ladies that are like, woo.
when you walked up, you're like, where the cougars at?
Where to go?
Because we're on Cougar Street.
Good point.
Yeah, that's fine.
So how did you come up with that? Like, what was the idea behind the concept?
Pretty much, I was like, no one lets me on their stage. I'm just kidding. People let me on their stage, but I'm like, how do I like? I'm like, I like honestly, okay. How did I come up with it? I basically like my uncle like is in a seniors home, and like
Okay.
I'd always see like really bad like either like a really bad band or like a guy who's like trying to show me magic, and I'm like, sir, it's in your sleeve, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it's like I was like, what else can we do? And I was like, comedy would be a good idea. And then like a few months ago, I just called like 5 senior homes in St. Albert, which is like outside of Edmonton.
Yep.
And I was like, called 5, and all 5 are like super stoked. Like
Sick.
you know,
That's
like when
cool.
you talk to someone, like their vibe is like excited.
Yeah.
So it
Sure.
gets you excited.
100%.
Yeah. Like I was like, I've created other businesses, and like they're not nearly that vibe. And I'm like, so I've just been going hard on it. Like anytime I have a free time, I'm like calling senior homes. Like I like try to go to meetings at senior homes. Yeah. the goal is just to make people happy, like and laugh
No
and
doubt.
give like other comedians like stage time as well, where it's like I'm paying people, like I'm able to pay comedians. A lot of comedians go to like open mics that are unpaid.
Right, right.
They sign up. They have to wait to be 18th on the list, which takes like 2 hours. Like
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a mixture of a lot of things. But yeah, in terms of how I started, I saw it like, what's a good idea for doing comedy? And I was like,
Sick.
senior homes is like an untouched market. Anyone watching this, please don't steal my idea. I've been approached by like what's it called, Virgin Radio in Edmonton,
sick.
and
Awesome,
they wanted
dude.
to do like a thing on it. But I'm like I don't really want to have 100,000 people like hear it and like steal my idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I'm
fair.
like, I don't see what kind of promotion is gonna be me being on the radio.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, if everybody's already saying yes, like what do you need for promotion, right? Like
Yeah.
you're already getting yeses across the board. Like what's that crowd like? There's got to be like, do you have to switch up your style a bit to get the old folks kind of riled
sure,
up? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, how does your normal stuff differ from what you would do at a Golden Giggles Club show?
Oh, just big time different. Like I have like an entire set where I'm like senior joke ideas and like not senior joke ideas.
Oh, that's awesome.
I had a comedian who was like 25 do a set, and like he's funny dude, and like bombed
Because
like at the senior show. Like,
Just
like
because they
the
didn't get
references,
it? Or?
yeah, well, he was talking about his pee-pee, like, and like the seniors are like, nah, like, you know what I mean? They're like, they're old, like they're like all 80 plus. Like,
For sure. So
Yeah.
what, it's like very toned down, almost like a clean comedy set, or like even more than clean. Like
no, I don't know. Yeah, I'd say kind of. It depends on the crowd. Sometimes like you get a crowd that's like, these seniors are rowdy, like they want to party. Like
how do you know? How do you know, dude?
I go like an hour before and I like suss it out.
You just hang out with them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I host, like I'm the host of the show. And then the other three are like, I hire like 3 professional comedians, and I hang out with them. And I bring in a 6-pack for the comedians, and like sometimes they're like, oh, like, are you going to have some of those? I'm like, yeah. And then, I don't know. Sometimes you can just tell if they're rowdy. Like it's hard to explain, but you guys should, like, you're talking about doing comedy, Dan. I saw you did a minute.
Dude,
You
I
minute?
did 1 minute because like like performance anxiety, right? Like that
It's
feeling
hard,
you
yeah.
get before you go on. Like I
Oh,
used
yeah.
to get that big time before podcasting, right? And it was like kind of nervous and stuff. I found like after a year, I kind of lost that feeling. So I wanted to get that.
It feels good,
Oh,
right? Like,
it's the craziest. Like, I felt like I blacked out. Like I had a whole set, kind of like I had a whole minute kind of timed, and I practiced it and everything.
Nice.
Which like if I would do it again, I think I would want to take a different approach and not be so rehearsed. I think I would kind of
Off
want to
the
let it
cuff a
flow
little bit, like-
yeah, like
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
have like a couple punchlines and just kind of flow between them a little bit more. That was kind of my big takeaway from it. But yeah, it's the hardest thing I've ever done. It's standing in front of people that are just watching you, like waiting for you to make them
yeah.
laugh is
Same thing when you're DJing. You're just like
crazy.
There's only one person up there, so if shit fucks up,
yeah.
It's all on you, right?
Yeah,
like it's
it's
like
on
it's like
me,
there's
yeah,
no
it's like-
band behind me. You're like pointing
Yeah.
out like your bass guitarist. You're like,
this guy over here can't even play the bass part.
yeah, when you're by yourself, you're just like,
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're like, my bad. My bad.
Yeah. Why do you do it? Why did you want to do it?
mainly like so like getting to my whole travel thing. Like I spend my winters just traveling. Like I pick a part of the world where it's
Yeah.
like my first trip I did like Central America, started in Mexico, took a bus all the way down to like Colombia. Anyways, in terms of not traveling, in terms of comedy, people would always be like, hey man, like you're a funny guy, like you should be like on a podcast or like on like TV or like do comedy. So yeah, it's something that I tried out about a year ago.
Nice.
And same thing, man. My first time, it's like all I remember is like black and like a bright light, and then like every once in a while laughter. I'm like, okay, like I'm doing all right. You know what I mean? Like, but I did like a 5-minute set my first time, and it was like, it's hard. Like I think I'm a funny guy off the cuff. Like in terms of writing jokes, I'm like same like you said, just like have a couple of punchlines in your head, have a couple of joke ideas that are like are funny. But besides that, I just like to freestyle. Like
Nice.
Or like a premise or like I don't know, like a concept, I guess. I think that's
for sure, man.
That's the way to go.
More rehearsed, just it doesn't seem as
I think
natural.
it makes it a little more personal as well. If you can tell that they're not like reciting lines
For
and
sure.
they're just kind of like talking and it's funny as hell. Like that's a little more like better connection with the crowd as far as I'm concerned. Like
Well, I think it's just more like reminiscent of what I do. Like I come up with jokes when I'm serving tables all the time. I got my most recent one. You guys want to hear it?
100%.
So I've been serving a lot of Americans at work, right? And the whole Americans are already kind of feeling a little sensitive coming up here because the whole tariff thing. They don't know how they're going to be like accepted.
Okay, yeah.
And especially when the whole 51st state thing was being thrown around, I was going like, oh, you guys are from America? Like, I can't wait to be the 51st state. And they're like, really? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm a violent criminal. I've never been able to visit the US. I can't wait to go down to Texas, buy a gun, go see the sights.
And Dan, by the way, is not a violent criminal.
I'm not a violent criminal. It's a joke, but just to see their faces drop is
So good.
It's
Not
hilarious.
hilarious. It's a good joke. You got to do that.
That's awesome.
That's
So
good.
I do that one after they pay for sure.
Yeah, get that 20% American tip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
hit them with the real.
Yeah, you're like, actually, you're like, this is a nice young man. And then, like, at the end, you're like,
Check it out.
No, but then like obviously it's a joke, right?
Yeah.
All jokes aside, I'm a very strong supporter of Canada. We'll talk a little bit about that later. So what is your summer business? We mentioned you run a business April to October. What is that all about?
I can get you and your grass wet. I run an irrigation business.
Nice.
For anyone who doesn't know what irrigation is, we put sprinklers into the ground, and then they go and they water the lawn.
Sick.
Did you know that?
I
did.
I do now.
I did know that.
You know irrigation, sir?
Yes.
Do you need a summer job?
I grew up on a farm. No.
You're a farmer?
No, I grew up on a farm.
What do you farm, sir?
We farmed beans and corn.
How do you farm beans?
You just plant them and then you fucking take them out. Yeah, with the combine. That's pretty much it. It's pretty simple, really. Like you just put them in there, let them go. Put them in and take them out, bro. That's it. Same with corn. Put them in, fucking just drive the combine right through, take them out, get out of there.
Do you like corn, sir?
I love corn, man.
Are you a bean guy or a corn guy?
More of a corn guy.
With butter?
Yeah, oh yeah, big time. Lots of butter, bro.
Salt?
Salt and peps. Oh
Pepper?
yeah, all day. Salt and pep all
Peppers
day,
is
dude.
wild move, dude.
Nah, dude,
That is
that's
a wild
that's
move.
where it's at. Salt and peps, bro.
I got a buddy that I grew up with, Banger, if he's listening, big shout out.
What? How do you eat your corn?
Shut up, hanger.
I would just do butter and salt myself, but he used to like, you know how you go to a restaurant or whatever and you get a pickle with your sandwich?
Yeah.
He would always pepper his pickle. I thought that was an insane move.
What? Okay, do you want to hear something fucked up?
Yeah.
Okay, so my uncle Slim was from Tennessee.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
fucking wild dude. Like he built mandolins and like banjos and was like a major bluegrass guy. And he would put fucking pepper on everything. I saw him put pepper on cereal.
What?
He would bury everything in black pepper, like absolutely bury it, like till it was like Wesley Snipes color. Just I'm like, how much pepper are you gonna put on there, dude? Like it's insane. It was wild.
I feel like pepper in any liquid just would like hit the back of your throat and cause a
I know,
coughing.
yeah, I don't. He was wild, dude, man. Some crazy guy from Tennessee.
What kind of cereal, sir?
But I think it was cornflakes.
Cornflakes?
Yeah,
With sugar?
I don't
Just
remember
pepper.
him putting
Pepper
sugar on
and
it.
corn. I mean, it makes sense. You said you.
There it is, right
Full circle.
It all makes sense now. Like corn and pepper.
Why you don't pepper your
I
cornflakes?
was like, whoa, where are you going with this, man?
Man, if you don't pepper your cornflakes,
Hilarious. So, Cam, why did you start giving comedians jobs within your business? I thought that was a very cool thing.
no doubt.
Again, comedy, not the most lucrative business. It's more of a labor of love type of thing. What prompted that?
It's hard to find employees in Alberta here, so I figured what losers would need a job. I'm just kidding, guys. They're not losers. Shout out to the comedians that I have working for me this summer. We start in 2 weeks, guys. Let's
Don't
get
be late.
ready. No, like I just like I'm a talker and like I'm at open mics. I'm just like some guys like, I hear you have a business. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, I need a job. I'm like, okay. Simple as that.
Sick.
I give everyone a
that's
go.
sweet.
Like I feel like it's like it takes a couple weeks to get decent at it. So like as long as someone works hard and like doesn't bang the dog too much,
yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah,
I
fair.
was told not to swear on the podcast, so
No, you can swear.
I don't
Yeah,
like
it's all
swearing.
good.
Swearing's bad. My dad's watching this.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But yeah, like, and it's also just fun, right? It's like you have guys that are like us talking. We're having a good time. It's
For
like
sure.
similar to that, where it's like, it's hard work. We're shoveling, and then someone says something funny, right?
It's gonna
Yeah.
crack a joke.
Yeah,
For sure.
like it feels good in your body to laugh. Like you've been laughing.
Oh yeah,
We feel good, right?
Oh,
well,
hell
they
yeah.
say laughter is the best medicine.
that is true.
I
They do
mean,
say that.
Have you ever laughed and felt bad after?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I guess there is
Depends
those
on how
rare
bad the
instances.
person gets hurt, and you're like, oh, that looked like it actually hurt. That's my only like when you're at the park, like you just see somebody absolutely eat it, and you're like, oh no, he's laid out. Ooh, sorry about that.
That would be the rare time.
Yeah, I hear you.
So, Cam, 41 countries. What was there a moment where you kind of knew like you got the travel bug? Is there one trip in particular?
I've been to 55 in total.
55.
Damn.
41 just in like 3 winters. Before that, I had been to, let me think, 41 minus 55. 14 countries before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was there a time? I don't know. I don't know if there's a time.
Like no specific moment where you're like, this is sick. I want to keep doing this.
I think COVID, like I was like, I had only traveled to 14 countries before COVID. I was like, I'm 27. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, I lived in Banff for 3 years, lived in Australia for a year. I'm like, I've like lived in places quite a bit. Like I've also lived in Victoria, Muskoka, which is like north of Toronto.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
guys-
Muskoka's,
You
yeah.
guys know Muskoka,
Yep.
like
Big time.
So I'm like, big time,
Big time.
big time, big Muskoka guy. I like.
I like the chairs.
Yeah, the chairs is
That's
probably my
my
favorite
favorite
part.
part,
Yeah,
man.
I've seen them around town here. Like,
comfortable.
yeah, I just like, yeah, nothing in particular. I just started traveling. Like I did, like my first big trip was winter 2021, 2022.
Cool.
And yeah, I'd say like after my first trip, I kind of got the bug where I'm like I grind, like I work really hard for 6 months, and then I'm like,
Go enjoy it.
I have the winters off. So I'm like at the time, I'm still like a relatively young guy. I'm like, now is the time to do it.
No doubt.
I have no wife, no kids that I know of. So
Nice.
it's like, why not? Right. Like,
For sure.
so yeah, this winter I decided to try something different. I was kind of like all traveled out. Not really all traveled out, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's easy to go and like, go
Yeah.
to Europe for 3 months. Like that's not a hard thing to do. You know
For
what I mean?
sure.
Like it's fun. I was like, I don't want to wake up and be like 40 years old and be like, I'm only a DJ. You know what I mean? You know what I
Holy shit, that was good.
So
Wow.
there's another thing.
I'm just
There's
kidding.
another thing. There's another thing you do when you have your midlife crisis at 40. You have to start DJing.
He already has the mustache, so he's good to go.
There you go.
How do you decide where you're gonna go next?
No doubt.
That's tough. Yeah.
Just pick somewhere you haven't been or what? Like,
Normally it's like who I know. So like,
Okay.
my first trip, I had a friend in Mexico.
Yeah.
Who I
Sorry.
went and stayed with her for like a week before, like at the start of my trip. And then I also had a friend in Costa Rica. So I'm like, like a couple
Cool.
doors, and then Asia, same thing. I knew a girl. Hi Bev, if you're watching us. She was going to Vietnam. You know what I mean? So it's like, and then last winter, Europe. I have friends in Ireland and Spain and different places. Like I kind of just like if I know someone, it like gets me in the door.
cool.
Yeah.
Sick. I mean, that's a great way to do it, right? Link
doubt.
your friends up and just make a bigger trip out of it.
Well,
It's always
especially-
good to see people you know.
Well, especially living out here, like in Banff, particularly, you meet people from everywhere, and everybody says the same thing. Oh, if you're in Germany, come stay at my house, yeah. You know what I mean? It's like you just know people from so many places. It's like I don't know. It makes it a little easier to just go over there, and then you don't have to worry about it. You got someone that can like show you around, hang out with a bit.
For sure.
You're kind of not like always on your own. You know what I mean?
There's nothing better than like a local showing you around, 100%. You know
Oh,
what I
no
mean? It's
doubt.
like it's
Yeah.
like you go to like the one place, and then the next time you go to the same place, but you know someone there, it's like a whole different experience. Like,
Definitely.
like I know you guys that live in Banff. Like, can you show me around? Like, it's been a while. I feel like the town's changed.
It definitely has,
Oh,
for
yeah, big
sure.
time.
Can you guys tell me about that? Like, let's talk about that a little bit. Like, how do you think it's changed in the last because you've lived here? I saw 11 years.
Yeah.
I was doing my homework. I watched some podcast episodes.
Nice.
On his research.
It's important to do your homework.
yeah.
Kids, do your homework. Anyways, I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
How Banff's changed
Yeah,
in
how's
like
it
the
changed?
past 10 years? I mean, I guess it's even like more transient now than it was before.
Personally, I think there's a push to keep it that way. I think certain entities in this town would make it difficult for people to lay their roots here, whether that's by design or whether that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles. We're going to touch on that as we move forward.
For instance, last night I was in VR and I was talking to a friend of mine from Germany, and I was like, "What do you pay for an apartment?" And he told me, and it was much less than what we're paying here.
Yeah, but we're like there's some very extenuating circumstances to especially Banff.
But like when I told him what we paid for like rent and utilities, he was like, "There is no fucking way." I'm like, "That's how it is, man." It's like, I don't know. I feel like Banff is just like getting so expensive that it's like, it makes it 10 years ago, it was easier. Like you could have a decent job and get a 1-bedroom.
But it was easier everywhere too 10 years ago.
But I don't know, man. It's just like my rent's doubled, but my wage hasn't doubled. You know what I mean? So like, dude, that's like it's crazy. Like
I don't know. I think people like see change as this like big evil villain. I don't like you could be naive to think things won't change, right? And like things get more expensive. It's like how do we mitigate that and like move forward in a way that's
Stocks.
that's honorable?
Put your money in stocks. Buy gold.
There you go.
How do rich people get richer? And it's, unfortunately, it's stock market and it's using your money to your favor. That's something that I've been exploring myself personally.
Nice.
I'm not a financial advisor, but I recommend you kind of look at it for yourself.
Do you have some advice for us, sir?
No, definitely not.
Maybe after the podcast?
Well, I was thinking the other day, like I was looking at like some stock stuff online on the internet, and it's like these people that are telling you which stocks to buy. Or
they're probably invested in that.
Well, that's what I mean.
Right?
Like, why would they tell you the proper stocks to buy? Like, if you're listening to the advice that's given to you through the media, it's probably not the best advice.
Yeah.
It's probably old advice. Or
it's too late for sure.
That's
It's already blown up.
If they're talking about it on MSNBC or whatever news outlet, then you've probably missed the boat.
Well, speaking of tips, any travel tips that you could give someone? Like, if for a first-time traveler, maybe someone looking to go on a 3-month vacation to Europe.
Don't ever do it.
Don't ever do it. Stay in your hometown forever.
Stay in your hometown forever. Don't leave your Banff apartment because it's really expensive.
You gotta get your money's worth, man.
Fucking right, man.
It's like just travel around from one side to the next. Like he has a map over here. Of this Banff Sunshine.
That's Sunshine Village. Yeah, I just keep it there for when I want to snowboard, but I don't want to go outside because I need to get my money's worth out of my apartment. So I just stand there. I pretend I'm like.
Some years you can't afford your pass, so you're like, "That's my pass."
That's
like,
right. Yeah,
he puts the VR headset on.
Yeah,
Those are
I
sick.
put the VR headset on. I pretend I'm snowboarding. I'm like, "Yeah, dude, let's go hit Angel Chair."
SSX tricky.
SSX.
You guys ever try that before? Like the VR Apple.
This guy
Apple Vision
is.
Pro.
I DJ in VR.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
there's a massive DJ scene in VR.
It's crazy.
Apple Vision Pro, sir?
No, the Quest 3. Apple Vision Pro sucks.
Oh,
It's horrible, apparently.
yeah.
It didn't last too long. I feel like a bunch of
They have a
influencers.
they have a
broke them
number
out
2
and then
coming
just
out
never heard
now.
them out
Yeah,
again.
my buddy tried it at like a convention or something. He's like, it was so shit that he's like, it's not like a gaming headset. It's more of like a XR,
desktop,
like
headset.
an XR headset. Like you wear it around and it's not.
Have you tried it before, sir?
No, I haven't.
Please don't knock things until you try it, boys. I tried it. It was super cool.
Oh yeah.
I felt like I was sitting on a beach, even though I was sitting in Edmonton, which was cool.
Nice.
It was really cool. I actually
If you-
super stoked on it. Like,
If you want to make yourself very seasick, what you do is you put a VR headset on and you go fly a fighter jet. Oh yeah, dude. First time
Probably pretty crazy.
First time I got in VR, my buddy's like, "We're gonna go fly some fighter jets, bro." I'm like, No. He's like, "Yeah, we're doing it." Took off, it was fine. Then he just goes, boom, upside down. It's like, I gotta take the headset off. Yeah, it was wild.
I went for a nice canoe trip, a kayaking trip on my brother-in-law's VR. That was pretty serene. Like you said, it's a good way.
Oh yeah,
it's like
dude.
escapism
It
is
tricks
pretty.
your brain. It tricks
pretty
your brain
insane.
big time, man.
you DJ in VR, sir?
Yep.
So you're not here right now? Like,
Well, no, I'm here, but when I DJ, I'm in VR.
Yeah.
so like you have like a VR, like virtual, like audience? Like,
Yep. Yeah, like I'm at a nightclub with like 100 other people, and then there's lots of talented DJs.
It's crazy.
You're living in the future.
Big time. Yeah, well, it all started during COVID because nobody could DJ, right? So all the DJs were like, fuck it, we'll just go to VR, we'll make clubs. And it's like, they have custom lighting. Like I can run lighting from my PC in like the clubs. Like I've actually done like live lighting. So you have like a live, they call it like a VJ, like a visual DJ. So you're playing and then you have someone running all the lights in the event. It's like,
And we talked about it before, like from an accessibility standpoint
Oh, yeah.
for like people that maybe live in remote places or have like physical disabilities that might prevent them from going to a club.
amazing,
Like
yeah.
it's crazy,
no doubt.
right?
Yeah, it's
People can
wild.
connect from all over the world.
In terms of tips, sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Just like everyone should go travel, like traveling's sick. I think most people don't travel enough. I think you have an appreciation for where you come from more. Like I come out
yeah.
of Canada, I'm like, yeah, like this is still a cool place, you know, like you get to try different foods. I don't know, I guess tips, like I don't really have many tips. It just, I would say like for me, I take a backpack and then I just like pick one part and then I like some days I have no idea where I'm going tonight even.
Sick.
I'll just have my
That's
backpack.
cool.
I'll be like, I'm in this town. I'll walk around. I'll like go to this hostel and be like I'll walk through the hostel with my bag and be like, do I vibe with anyone here? And then if I don't, I'll be like, try another hostel. And
That's
that's how I live my travel life. Where it's like
You just don't plan anything. You
I
just
don't
kinda
plan anything,
go
and,
with the
and it's
flow,
kind of
right?
crazy. Like a lot of people would be like, that's crazy. I'm a little bit crazy probably, but like,
Hey, man.
it's like I've ended up in some like amazing situations where it's like next thing you know we're like I'm on like a shuttle with like a bunch of people and we're going to like a different country in Europe. You know what I mean? Like it's like
I can see that
it's
being like
sick.
almost less stress because like you're not on a time schedule. It's like, oh no, I have to be there that day to check into this
amazing.
hotel, and then I got to be out at this time to get to the next hotel. It's like just fucking go chill.
Total
yeah.
freedom. Like
Yeah.
I just that'd be my advice. Just go and like maybe don't have a plan and you might end up somewhere amazing, like under a waterfall with like another person. Like
Another person.
Well, honestly, that's some great advice. As you see travel, some people like are so regimented in the way that they travel.
Yeah,
Or they
yeah.
need to be with someone. They need like
I got my itinerary. I'm doing this,
for
this,
sure.
and this. At like, and I got out
too
within a minute.
hardcore where it's like you,
Like,
you
go
miss
enjoy
out
it.
like on the real.
Yeah, like go enjoy yourself,
like
man.
the spontaneity of that style of travel.
Yeah,
is
like, what are you on a work vacation? Like,
Yeah.
fucking go chill, man. Like, yeah, you don't have to
Hey,
be at
you
a
know,
conference at 2:33 p.m. Like,
some
you
people
know what I mean?
thrive on that type of structure, right?
guess, I guess.
You can't. It's not one
I like
one
to embrace
paintbrush
the
for everyone.
chaos.
Do you guys like structure? Are you
I mean,
structured?
yeah,
Within, I think more so as I'm aging, I do appreciate structure a little bit more than I did when I was younger, as
Yeah.
far as like lifestyle and stuff, for
Yeah.
sure.
big time.
Like, I don't know that I would want to, at this point in my life, go like, I don't know, sleep in hostels and stuff. Like, I kind of like I would still do it for like shorter amounts of times. I don't know if I would do it for like 6 months anymore.
No,
You know, maybe like a few weeks here and there would be sick, but like to uproot your life for like 6 months at a time, I think as you get older, it's like,
yeah,
it's
good
definitely
point.
harder for sure.
Yeah.
Shit gets more expensive. You got more shit to take care of and pay for. And
Definitely. Like your responsibilities become a little
Yeah.
bit more serious as you age, I think. So
it's pretty hard for most people to take like 6 months off work. Even like you'd basically have to just like
Yeah,
quit and then come
quit your
back.
job
Like,
for
you know.
sure.
or start your own business, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, Danny's on vacation right now. Danny goes for like 3 or 4 months every year. Yeah, and then he comes back.
Who's Danny, sir?
One of the prep guys at work.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah, Fred's super cool with that. He does it every fucking
Yeah.
year. He
I mean,
comes in, works all summer, and then works all winter, and then takes off for the summer.
takes a pretty unique situation.
Yeah.
Just takes off for the busiest season.
Well, yeah, it's not like
See ya.
yeah, but like I might have a little harder time doing that because I'm online. But like,
I mean, you know, if
yeah,
your
man, it's
situation
Banff.
allows
Like,
it, right?
It's Banff, and like we all know how it is here. It's like if I could leave for the summer, dude, I'd fucking leave for the summer. I would leave for every summer.
I don't think so. I like the summer. Like, miss out on hiking and like swimming in lakes and paddleboarding and camping.
It's just the
like-
people, man.
I don't
It's
think I would-
just the insanity.
Yeah, but people are here because it's beautiful.
I
Like,
know,
you
but if
can't-
I
you
want to
can't
go
blame
for a
them.
beer and just chill, like you can't.
Go by the river. Like, there's plenty of spots
I
to be
know,
alone.
but-
You got a
just-
patio here, sir.
That's
like that's a nice view.
I don't know the people that complain about Banff summer and say that it's busy. It's like you just have to walk a short distance to be alone. Like
Yeah, good point.
there's plenty of spots to be alone
Are
in
you guys
Banff.
beefing or?
No, we're not.
Is this-
That's a sorry. Fuck you, did.
I think summer in Banff is all about this.
Yeah. Oh, big time. Yeah.
And it's like people would get upset when I lived here. They're like, "Oh, tourists, a tourist." I'm like, I look at it as
Yeah,
it's time for me to make money. Like,
That's
you know what I
it.
mean? I love it. Like, it's like if we're in the service industry, we're in the industry where it's like every time you see someone, you're like you shouldn't be upset because you live in a tourist town. Like,
for sure.
this is
Oh,
what
yeah.
it's about.
It's
like,
it's a very fine line, right? Like it's in the mandate of the town. We're here to service the tourists,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
It's
whoa.
it's a
Whoa.
fine line for sure.
Whoa,
though.
Dan.
Like you just
Clip
did
it.
there.
Flip it.
Is that gonna be on the pod?
For
Like,
sure. This is live. This is live.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
bro. Yeah.
Sorry, Mom.
Your mom watches every episode.
every-
She's like, "What's going
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
man?" She calls you right after. You're like, "You all right?"
Is everything okay? Cam, if time travel was possible, where would you travel to and why?
Should I do a real one or a sad one?
No, do a real one.
Do a real one. Yeah. Do a real one.
I know. That's actually such a tough question. But I know the answer. Off the cuff, I would say the land of dinosaurs because
Okay.
I don't know if anyone here has heard of a place called Drumheller.
Yep.
I used to go there lots as a kid with my brother Chris. Hi Chris, if you're watching. I love dinosaurs. That'd be cool. Like if you
Oh,
could
yeah.
but like you'd need like a big old like
a tank or-
elephant gun or something. Like
You
you
like
know
a
what I mean?
tank, man.
Or like would it be like a video game where I like couldn't get killed? Then it'd be cool.
Or some type of like protective thing to like
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Maybe
those
like
ball,
Jur-
like the
Jurassic
Jurassic
Park,
Park with those ball
the balls
things
things that they're driving around.
Did you see Jurassic Park? Like the ball thing gets lit up. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They get lit.
those aren't
up.
that strong, boys. I don't want to be in a ball. But like that, or like go back to like 1920 and like get like one of those sports almanacs, like Back to the Future style, and like just
Bet big on the Yankees or some shit?
Exactly. Just
That's
have like
awesome.
they have like 1950 to 2000. Like it's like in Back to the Future. If anyone's seen that movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
You just be the richest guy ever, right? You know every outcome to every game for 50 years. Like you'd be richer than Jeff Bezos. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, that'd be sick.
it'd be cool to be rich. Then you wouldn't complain about Banff being so expensive. You know what I mean? Like
For sure. I mean,
money's important. Did you know that?
it's necessary evil.
Money
man.
is necessary. Yes,
evil
definitely,
for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a balance though. You know what I mean? You don't want to be like a guy that's like,
Servicing tourists all the time, you know?
Yeah.
I get that. That's a very good point, Cam. If you live your life kind of all your morals is just like willing to bend for a buck, like,
not cool.
yeah, that's a whole nother extreme that we haven't even touched on, right?
No
Like,
doubt.
Should we touch it or?
yeah, I don't know. What's your thoughts on it? People that live their life uniquely for money, like,
Yeah, I don't know, man. Everyone's different. Like I think, like you guys said, money's important, but it's like you don't want to be. Like I worked with servers that were like, no, like that's my section. Like if we're just talking about like Banff and like what we do for work, it's like even
sure.
if something simple as that, we're like, that's my table. No, I'm taking that foretop. Like stuff like that. It's like chill out, man. It's like at the end of the day, it's like I'm making a couple $100. You're making a couple $100. Like chill out. You know what I mean? Like
well, I've definitely said this before, but the whole concept of greed, not only in this town, but I think like worldwide, if you look at it from our municipality to Canada-wide to worldwide, greed, I think, is the main factor in the downfall of man into where we are today. Unfortunately, people chasing money at the expense of others is how we got to where we are.
No doubt.
So, I don't know. What's the answer?
No doubt.
yeah, I mean, you need money to survive, right? It's like unless we're gonna be like a farmer of corn and beans,
Yeah,
And pepper.
and like
Pepper. I want to farm pepper
but then
now.
that's all you're eating, right? It's like, or you trade your corn for. Do you guys eat meat or
Yeah.
you work at the Grizzly House? Like,
Yeah.
you have steak sometimes. Like,
I've been having a difficult time eating. I haven't had a steak in about almost a year now.
really?
Yeah,
Just because
like-
you work there and it's all around you. Like,
No, I had an experience
Yeah.
where steak became a little undesirable to me.
oh yeah, you
I-
saw the cow.
No, I was okay. Full disclosure, I was doing some psychedelics on my birthday, and I went home and I was gonna eat some leftover steak that I had from the day before, from like my birthday dinner or whatever. And on the psychedelics that I was on, I started chewing the steak, but I don't know if like I didn't reheat it properly or something, and it's just like
The texture or what?
the texture. I just felt like the muscle fiber in my teeth, and I just felt like it wasn't something I was meant to be eating at the time. And I haven't been able to really cross that bridge since. I do like ground meat and stuff,
Oh,
and
yeah.
chicken, but like a steak in particular, I haven't been
been
able
a
to
year.
get back to. Just almost a year. Yeah, my birthday com's coming up, so
Yeah, crazy.
Happy birthday. I think.
well,
When's
not,
your
not,
birthday,
not for
sir?
a bit. It's later, closer to the summer.
You're like, yeah.
I don't want to divulge too much.
Yeah,
you know?
people are going to be sending you birthday cards.
It's like
and
my
stuff,
password
like-
on everything. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
All of a sudden on the screen, it just shows like you just logged in on Facebook in Dubai. Like,
Someone changed your password.
did you just send $500?
I'm joking. It was a joke, by the way.
Oh god.
But yeah, I don't know. Steak's just not. It's not doing it for me anymore. I don't think it was like a weird sensory thing. I feel. Yeah. Anyways, it's enough about that.
Random.
Yeah.
Random. So before we get on some posts, Dan was telling me that someone was asking about some Tinder stories that you had.
Yeah, a buddy of mine was telling me. He said you had to tell one specifically about the haircut.
The haircut.
One-
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Are you on the saucer?
Yeah.
Is this alcoholic
yeah.
beverage?
Yeah.
Should we promote the shaft, boys?
Oh, we will in a bit.
Oh, we got. Yeah, we
Also got some drink highlights today.
Yeah,
It's
those-
also by Hendo.
those are
fantastic stuff. Feel free to crack yours if you'd like, man.
Sorry, guys. That's my ADHD brain being like.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Tinder. Anyone here on Tinder?
Nah.
You guys are. Have
I'm over it.
girlfriends, like
no.
boyfriends, whatever.
No.
It's cool. It's 2025.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can tell you. I mean, I can tell you a couple stories. Like,
If you'd
anyone,
like.
one in particular. I like matched with this girl, and she's like, my roommates are out of town. Like, come over. I'm like, sweet. And then she's like saying all this like naughty stuff to me. I'm like, yes.
Like right off the bat.
Yeah. Off the
she was
bat,
into
like,
it.
She was overly into it. So then
Overly into it.
yeah, I knock on her door. I come in. I think everything's normal. Like her cat's sitting in my lap, like licking my hand. She's like, at least someone's into you. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, you have a mullet. She's like, I hate mullets. And like, just starts going off on me having a mullet. She's like, I'm like, I can put it in a bun, or like, she's like, the only way I'm allowing you inside of me. And she like pointed at her vagina. She's like, is if you cut your mullet. I'm like,
What?
I'm like, have you like, you're like a 5. Like,
Oh my god.
I'm like, if it was like a 9er, like I'd probably think about it. But anyways, yeah, I got kicked out of this lady's house. She like kicked me out. She's like, it's time for you to go. Like,
Just for having a mullet.
yeah,
That's
strictly from like, a mullet.
fucking wild, dude.
I was really like, honestly, like this is a
Did you think?
few years, and it's
Did you think it was a joke? Like I would have just been like, "Is this chick joking?" Or
It's just
kind
kind
of
of strange
wild?
for a woman to be, so dismissive based on your looks.
Some people
you know?
hate the
Yeah.
hairstyle. I think it's
Really?
like it's either like I used to get girls on Tinder be like, you better still have that mullet. Like it's like they're really into the mullet. Like,
They want to
seriously.
tug on it.
Yeah, seriously. Like, and then they get people that are like, if you have that mullet, I'm not talking to you. Like,
Why is that?
Yeah, that's
Why do you
insane.
think that is?
I don't know. People are weird. If you saw a chick with bald head, like, would you like? I know you have a girlfriend, and you have if you saw like a girl with a bald hair, like, how would you feel about that? You know what I mean? Like,
I've dated one.
oh, okay,
There you go. I'd say it's a powerful look.
yeah. I think it's like I don't know. People, I've been like shit on for having a mullet for sure. Like
That's
where
wild.
it's like or like a girl I had hooked up with in the past. I was like, hey, yeah, like, do you want to do that again? That was fun. And she's like, do you have a mullet? I'm like, yeah. She's like, no. Like,
So mullet discrimination.
100%. Like, it's
crazy.
like,
That's wild.
and like,
They're
I don't
so back right now too. Everybody's got a mullet. Like chicks got mullets, dudes got mullets. Everybody's got a mullet. Like it's insane.
Yeah, I think that was me learning my lesson. Like, don't discriminate against people. Like, I try to like, you know what I mean? I try to like when bad things happen in my life, I try to
Fair enough.
like use it as a positive.
Nice.
Like, what lesson can you pull from that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like don't discriminate against people just in general. You know what I mean? Like,
That's a great lesson. Honestly, I would agree with you there. That's great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it's just a mullet hairstyle, but it's like we got to take the good from the bad, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to really like Tinder.
Do you still?
Kinda. I'm
You
kind of
should-
like seeing someone that lives in Calgary.
Okay,
that,
nice.
Like, I'm kind of currently off the market.
There you
but-
go. I was
Congratulations.
gonna say if you're ever back on there, you should put first thing in the bio must be into mullets, and then everything else.
Yeah. Sometimes I mess with people and I like didn't have any pictures of my mullet, and then I like should show up like.
You catfish people with your mullet?
This actually, the girl that kicked me out like knew I had like she thought it was like hockey hair, you know, like a little flow in the back.
Okay.
And then she's
Say
like,
I'm
"That's
there."
a full-on mullet. I thought you had hockey flow." I'm like, Anyways,
Get
we could
over
talk about
yourself,
mullets
yeah.
all day.
Well, the mullet is just hockey flow, but a little shorter on the sides. That's all it is, really. Like,
Yeah.
anyways, let's get to some posts. It's post time.
Let's do it. First, we got a word from our fine sponsor.
Oh, yes.
Let's go.
This episode is brought to you by the Non-Alc Shaft. If you're looking for a clean energy drink that's gluten-free, vegan, naturally caffeinated with real coffee, perfect for the quick pick-me-up in the middle of the afternoon, or heck, in the morning when you're on the way to the hill, be sure to check out the beautiful black non-alc can sold as singles or as 4-packs down at Townhouse Liquor. I know my fridge is stocked up. Let's get to it.
Let's go. So what do we got for posts this week, Dan?
Oh, we're back?
We're back.
We're back. For post this week. We got some pretty cool stuff. Let's go to the first one. The first one's a little bit more politically motivated.
All right. What do we got?
So normally we blur the names of the people that post, but this is actually a person that's running for Town Council of Canmore, Wade Graham, who put this event together with the people at Can Golf, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we all know federal election coming up shortly.
Oh, yeah.
The three main delegates in our riding will be doing an event at Can Golf from 2 to 5 on Friday, April 18th. It's free to attend. You don't have to register. You can just show up, and the candidates will be speaking and answering questions from what I've gathered for the upcoming federal election. So get informed, go down there.
No doubt.
And get yourself voting. I have to go pre-vote myself because I'll be traveling the day of the election.
Oh, shit.
Didn't think of that.
Nice one.
So there's pre-voting going on in Canmore. I'm not sure about Banff yet. I might have to go to Canmore to pre-vote, but
Here's what it is, man.
yeah, that stuff's on now. So go have your voices heard for the federal election.
Let's go.
You guys.
Yeah, do you vote?
I don't vote.
You don't vote, man?
No, I hate
You should.
everyone.
You should
Voting's
vote.
important. I think like you get one vote and you got to make it count. You know,
Yeah.
you got to throw it on that. I was gonna say a party, but we're non-biased here at the Overheard podcast.
I mean, you can say whatever you want. I like to stay impartial in telling people to just go vote for whoever you believe is best for your choices.
Yeah,
Okay.
we like everyone here at Overheard Podcast. Just go vote. That's all we want. Go cast your vote. It's important to have a say. Don't complain about it if you didn't vote.
Exactly.
That's all.
That's why I
would
don't
be the big
complain
thing.
because I don't vote. I just think they're all stupid, and I'm like,
You just complain just in general. Like,
Other-
they
other
all
things.
suck.
I just complain about other things
That's
to
cool.
make up for it. Yeah.
You like complaining?
Yeah.
It feels good to complain. I
Yeah,
feel like
man.
it's like getting something off your chest.
Yeah,
you know?
dude.
Well, the like venting thing is, you know.
Well, it looks like we had major delays westbound Highway 1 at the water tower here. This was this a couple? This was a few
This was
days
crazy. This was early last week.
Yeah.
So if you look at the conditions, this is obviously beautiful backdrop. You got Cascade Mountain. Oh, sorry, smashing the microphone here. Right at the base of Cascade Mountain by the water tower, some truck just went across into the westbound lane. And I was thinking like,
Yeah, how did that happen?
well, if you cut to the next one.
Oh, I got the wrong one up. Hold on.
No, it's okay. You got the right one up. I just have two shots of it.
Oh, okay, sick.
So pretty wild. You'll see
How
here.
did you just drive straight off across the highway like that?
So this is not an official report, but I was talking to another truck driver who was stuck in the aftermath of this. And I was like,
Oh, like one of the delivery guys.
yeah. I'm like, yo, dude, how the hell does this happen? Like, he said the guy just fell asleep, most likely. Is like, we can't say for sure. But from another truck driver who saw it and was stuck in the aftermath, said the only way that's really possible is like if the dude just
Oh
fell
yeah,
asleep.
I bet you that thing dropping off that into that median at about 110 kilometer an hour was pretty eye-opening. I bet you
For
that was
sure.
one hell of a way to wake up.
So then I guess if you can see right now how it's kind of angled, I guess there's like a drivetrain that goes underneath that gives power to the back wheels or whatever. And that had snapped. So it was like the highway was
Oh,
closed
you
to
can
like
see
2
the
in the
rear
afternoon.
wheels just like mangled. So he probably just snapped all the axles off the rear. Because if he would have went straight off that into that ditch, like that is a
wild.
lot of weight on those axles.
Do you want to know what my guess is?
What's your guess?
I think it was a tourist that saw an animal like a bear or something, and they're like, "Let's stop here." Like,
Is this not a reasonable place to park?
Tourist stole the truck, saw a bear, stopped it, take a picture of the bear, dipped out, left the truck.
Dipped out.
Yeah.
Who knows? This one a little bit more serious here.
Oh, I heard this. This woke me and Chase up, dude.
Yeah. So I'm going to read the post. Again, I don't want to seem like we're making fun of this at all because it's a pretty serious situation. But affected a lot of people in town. The post reads, "Hey folks, just a heads up. Around 4 a.m. this morning, this was a few days ago, there was a guy walking around the north end of Cougar Street yelling, 'Help, someone's trying to kill me,' and smashing people's property.
Oh, no.
If you woke up to anything broken or messed up outside, it was probably from this. Called the cops, but didn't go up to him since he seemed pretty aggressive. Now there was all types of reports over town. I think there was one other post.
Window got smashed out.
Windows getting smashed out. There was like someone's tool shed got broken into, and I think the person involved dropped their phone in there. So it was like a pretty aggressive post. I didn't want to put it up just because it was like using pretty colorful language towards the person. Anyways, the comments go on to read like, yeah, like it might have been a local, it might not have been a local. We don't know who it was. So again, this is just internet comments that we're reading.
Yeah. Dude, it was insane. It woke me up because I had the window open and I was just like,
You could hear this guy?
oh, he was like right out here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was like right outside my bedroom window and like screaming and yelling. And then it sounded like he was literally like, help, call 911. They're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me. And then just like,
and he was like screaming his name too, apparently.
Oh,
so
really?
like some of the Facebook comments went to say his name, and the people were like, I doubt that's his real name. Why would you be yelling your real name? But I guess if you're in that state, like who knows?
yeah, he was not in a natural mental state of any kind.
If you cut to the next one, it's comments from kind of the culmination of what happened here. And these posts read, again, these are just comments that we got off Facebook, and it said he got arrested at Canoe. It said, don't know who it was, but the person was going around town screaming, making no sense, yelling, help me and stuff. Not local. Heard that he was tased. Last stop was at the Canoe. So this report says they were tased in front of the Canoe. So
Crazy.
pretty wild stuff. I think I just wanted to talk about this leading into the summer months as people are kind of cutting loose a little bit, partying a little bit more. It's not the first time that we've seen this in town. Again, nothing to like be alarmed of, just to keep an eye on your friends out there mostly. If you are engaging in partying and hanging out over the summer, just to,
Walk home with a homie. Yeah, walk home with a homie or something. Keep guys
for sure. Again, I hope this person involved got the help that they needed. It seems like, again, they were apprehended. And of course, if you had anything damaged, please go in and file a police report and take the official routes to get your stuff
no doubt
fixed, because it seemed that there was a kind of good culmination to this, all things included. If you want to switch to the next slide, very important one I felt to add to this.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
Mental health at the urgent care clinic here in Banff. If any of your buddies are going through drug addiction, mental health crises, or you just need a little bit of counseling, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing type of thing. Mental health support is always available here at the Mineral Springs Hospital. They have a distress line you can reach at 1-888-787-2880. They have mental health professionals on every single day from 2 to 9 p.m. So don't be shy. I've been there. I went there when I was quitting drinking. I went there for help. So don't be shy. It's a great resource.
No doubt.
Mental health is real health.
Yeah, no doubt.
For sure.
It's important.
For sure. All jokes aside, like that shit is real.
Sure,
so
God.
back to jokes now.
This is great. So this one, what does this read? This reminds me of that house near the elementary school. Does anyone else remember when Alberta Health came and evicted everyone?
Did you hear about this?
I remember that house, like when I lived in Banff, like it had like there were some rooms that had like 8 bunk beds in it and stuff, like crazy, where it's like no room, like
For sure. So not something that's unheard of in the town of Banff is cramming people into rooms and alternative types of lodging. The next one, some comments that were pretty interesting, says, pretty sure it's still happening at the giant baby blue house on Squirrel. Someone goes, they painted it, hopefully less of an eyesore. Then other comments go on to read, again, this isn't an official word. This is not our words. This is comments on the internet. They go on to read, still happening. A buddy of mine lives there.
Damn.
Definitely still happening, but it's not blue. I remember people that I know living in the big blue house, so to speak. And it was crazy, like all types of rooms, 2 beds in a room, no windows, no fire alarms. So
they had a sauna though.
Yeah, they did.
They had a sauna though.
Were people living in the sauna? Like,
no, but I got really stoned in the sauna. We used to hotbox it.
Yo, I know
That's
of a
sick.
dude that lived in a place that put up like a temporary wall and then had someone living in the storage unit by the water heater too. Like you
That's
couldn't even
insane.
lay down in this closet. You would have to like curl up around the water heater.
How much was his rent, sir?
probably a couple $100.
That's sick.
You know,
That's cheap.
crazy. This one here is just a proud moment for me, guys. I was cruising Bow Valley Network or Canmore Community Connection, one or the other, and someone posted this about my partner Nat and her business, Her Knowing. If anyone's looking for an incredible holistic practitioner, Her Knowing is amazing. I've had a few reflexology sessions with Natalie, and she is wonderful. I would agree. I get them all the time. I've been dealing with an ankle injury lately.
Nice.
She's been working on me pretty much daily or every other day, and it's helped tremendously.
You're a lot to work on for sure. There. She's putting in overtime on that every day.
I would say so. Anyways, if anyone's out there looking for some holistic treatments, if you have physical ailments or, emotional, or you want to dive into your spirituality a little bit, go give her a shout out for some great treatments.
Yeah, let's go.
The next one here is our last post. Pretty cool.
Oh, I saw this. This is cool.
So the guy that posted this, Andy Arts, I've used a couple of his posts in the past. And again, he does like photography and kind of cool nature stuff. So I figured why blur out his name? I want to kind of give him his props when it's due.
No doubt.
The post goes to read, long-toed salamanders cross the Bow Valley Parkway at this time of the year to access breeding sites. They're moving from their terrestrial habitat, moving to ponds to breed and lay eggs. So please obey the signs and slow down. This one, unfortunately, met his demise. Basically, there's closures to vehicles, I think, along the Bow Valley Parkway.
Yeah, they're usually not open yet. Like they.
Exactly. I think they're going to start to allow cyclists and pedestrians and stuff on there. Keep an eye out
Yeah, no
for the
doubt.
long-toed salamanders, dude.
Was that a dead one? Like,
Yeah,
oh,
unfortunately,
no. I feel bad.
So yeah, keep an eye out when you're out there. Let our little friends get to their breeding spots. They're just going to bang in the pond, dude.
If you're having a mental health crisis, watch out for the salamanders.
For sure, for sure.
No doubt.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, guys. Cam, thank you so much for coming
yeah,
in.
buddy.
How
That
do you
was
like the
fun.
shaft?
Yeah, let's go. Shafts. Everyone should get on the shafts. These are sick. I like drinking booze, but this one's not a boozy one.
No.
And it tastes like a shaft.
It's pretty good.
It's really good. Everyone should get a shaft. Honestly, really cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm not even paid by the shaft. If you want to pay me, sir, I can send you my Venmo.
Once again, 70% of our listeners don't subscribe to our show, which really pains us.
Yeah, no doubt. We know you're watching. We know you're watching.
know you're
it.
watching.
We know you lurking out there.
Guys.
Hit it,
like,
man.
you want to come back for more. Like,
That's
Doubt.
it.
Hit the subscribe. Hit that bell button. You get notifications as soon as we get up. Let's go.
And go give Cam a follow at cam.era.jones.
yeah, we can be Instagram friends, and we can talk about comedy or whatever you want to talk about. Just send me a message.
Absolutely.
It'll be
No
fun.
doubt.
So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors. Thanks to everyone at home listening. Tell us if you like this episode in the comment. Even if it's negative, we'll take the comment. No, just kidding.
We'll take it like champs.
Oh, God.
Thank
yeah.
you so much for tuning in. And like every week,
See you next Tuesday.
Peace.